Happy Tuesday, everyone. I am Val Jean, and this is my world, at least the way I see it. If you are happy with the current administration, please scroll by. This is not the channel for you. If you are unhappy and you want something to do about it, come on in, get a seat, bring a pencil and a piece of paper. We have homework. I don't know what kind of homework we're going to have today because a lot of things have been going on. And I don't know how much we can actually do anything about, but we're going to try. Prayers and sympathy to everyone who's impacted by the flooding in Texas. Last count I heard 100 people have lost their lives, and they still have not found all of the poor little girls who were at the summer camp. So prayers for them and their families and all those who were left behind and all of those who suffered damage. Kudos to FEMA, who I believe are on the ground. Fingers crossed. Uh, Mother Nature's not happy. That's all I got to say on that. Okay, the world. I got a funny clip that my dear darling cousin sent me. I had not seen it, but it is worth sharing. I have, of course, have not put the links for anything in the description because I did not know how many people were actually going to be here today. I've been MIA for most of the week. Did everybody have a happy 4th of July? Those who actually celebrate the 4th of July, first of all. Second of all, I am trying to get this thing to work without working until I get to it. So how does that work for me? Not very well. Hi sis, how you doing? How was your holiday? Did you barbecue? Did you eat a lot of barbecue? What was going on in your neck of the woods? And of course, my dear darling, StreamYard has changed everything while I was gone. Don't know what's going on down here. Susan, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you and dear sweet sunflower Ashley? Oh my gosh, we have new buttons. Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go. Have to find the old button. Andrea, are you going live today? I'm waving at Susan. Okay. So we're going to do a Val Jean raid over to Ola Joe the Crocheting Sailor because my other world is crochet. And we will be there. So, France. Hi, Roberta. How you doing? Did you send me anything for today? I know you sent me a clip, and thank you very much. But was it for today? Because I'm behind today, just because I'm behind. I got to get off the commercial because now, of course, I have a commercial. Okay, pause. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. You think? Okay, I'll look. Let me see if I can make this so everybody can see it. We have a lot of people that aren't happy with us. God almighty. Unmute. Thank you. Well, now we know how the rest of the world sees us. Yeah, as if we didn't know. It's tragic. It really is. I would be ashamed too. The first time in my life, I'm ashamed to be an American. I'm surprised they got that done in 6 days. And kudos to the Dutch
Good looking,
artists that sketched
confident.
that
Ow,
mural.
ow.
It was
She
very
used her
well
Care
done.
credit card to get a little work done.
Wait,
Your vet treats
hold up,
people.
wait a
Humans can
minute.
use it for self-care.
Sorry about that. Roberta says, I've been looking for the clip from this morning that Jim Acosta confronted either Trump or his press secretary, whatever she is. Um, I saw that. Where did I see that? Sunflower has chemo infusion on Wednesday of next week. Her dad is coming from North Carolina to sit with her. Oh, anyway, we were planning a family discussion of our political climate today. I'm glad her dad's coming. I am glad. I saw that. Where was I? Uh Jack Cocciarelli. You were so shocked you forgot to send. Okay. Well, I look for that because I think cross your fingers. It's in my history because I did see that this morning. Musk is starting an American party, and he asked how many people would join, and was it 43% said they would, 39% said they wouldn't, and 22% said they don't know. What do you all feel? How do you feel about another party? And of course, it's going to be right wing. I think if we have another one, it should be middle of the road because we've got enough going on with our right wing. Let me see. I think it was Jack. And 5 minutes to 2, when I'm getting hooked up for this live, you know what it starts doing over here, right? It starts thundering. Let's see. This Jack, CNN, Reese. No, I don't have it. And that poor 75-year-old man who died in Chrome. My heart goes out to him and his family. We're just it's not a good time. And of course, off the top of my head, I can't find it. It is buried somewhere. They protesters ran Vance out of town in San Diego. Yay, San Diego. I know I'm petty, but anytime anybody stands up to them, I am so happy. I was so happy. You were shocked. Girl, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Because I saw him and I don't remember what the question was. Oh, wait a minute. He asked Trump, I think it was the press secretary. Oh, you know what? That's this one. I think. I think. Where is she? Hold up. Wait a minute. That would be this one. I think everybody's been asking him hard questions. Quiet. Um, then we have another clip that another cousin sent me while I'm backing up through Jack to see if it's on this one. Um, I have really stopped looking at her because she makes because I can't believe that she's actually that dumb, and she keeps parroting things and not answering questions. This is a clip, but I gotta go through it to find it. And of course, I get a commercial. Okay, while the commercial is doing its thing, let's see what the fam says. Roberta says, I don't mind a third party. My thing is not working. I don't mind a third party, but not anything to do with Musk. That was, yeah, that also. No, I don't want anything to do with him. As a matter of fact, I think he should just go sit down someplace because most of America, not all, but most of America are done with him. He is a waste of space. The whole regime at the moment is a waste of space. And I don't know why he thought that the 4th of July was the correct time to do it, but he also signed that big ugly bill into he just signed it. I don't know that his executive orders are actually law. Some they say have to go to Congress. I don't see them putting a whole lot of things before Congress, but that's just me. I might be missing a lot. I'll put that out there as well because I really don't know what's going on with these people. Yeah, this is not the clip because she goes right into Texas. I did see it. I don't know where I saw it either, but if I find it, I'll put it in the description because there's just so much. They're doing so many strange things. Uh, okay, Jack, I'll come back to you later. I think baby Musk just needs to tell what he knows and get it done. You know, I I don't know what the big hype is about the Epstein files. Even if they did have a notebook with clients on the list, big deal. That was over 20 years ago. Big deal. Why are they? I don't understand. Anybody who understands why they want to know who was on the list 20, 30, 40 years ago, explain it to me. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I don't understand who would actually care. I don't care. They're all old and elderly, even if they're still here. They're not a threat to anybody anymore. I don't get it. Then we have, you know how they say if you don't straighten up your history, it repeats itself. Well, we're according to Anne Frank, and thank you to my cousin LaDonna for sending this to me. She says terrible things are happening outside. Poor, helpless people are being dragged out of their homes. Families are torn apart. Men, women, and children are being separated. Children come home from school to find that their parents have disappeared. And that was Anne Frank, January the 13th, 1943. And this CNN bottom third says, torn apart, crying children left without parents after immigration raids. I thought it was bad when they said they were going to scoop up the children and send them back as well, even if the children were born in America. But I think that's more humane than separating the children from their parents especially if they're separating infants from their nursing mothers. And I think that should be on our homework today, that we write to our people and tell them that it would be nice to keep the families intact. The poor gentleman who died in Chrome was able to talk to his family. He said that it was overcrowded. A lot of people were sleeping on the floor. And at 75, he was one of the people sleeping on the floor. He had a heart condition. He was not getting his medication. He was having chest pains on the 17th. They discharged him on the 24th. And on the 25th, he arrested, they called 911, who was able to bring him back, and he was pronounced dead in the hospital. And they asked Holman about it, and he says, well, people die in prison. They die being detained all the time. And when we bring people in, they get a medical screening. So we have found diseases and infections on people that were not being treated. So we are treating them. But this man said he wasn't getting his medication. Okay, Roberta, because I don't know. Thank you. Let me know when you find it. That's what Acosta asked, if Trump was going to self deport because he had birthright citizenship. Ah, ha, 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 ha. As do his children. As do his children. I This is one of those do as I say, not as I do things. And the reason that that gentleman was in jail, he was not bond eligible, or rather he was detained because he was not bond eligible, because he had been caught with $1,500 worth of marijuana that he was going to distribute 60 years ago. Forget that marijuana is now legal. He still had that bond over him. And I think we discussed whether it's not federally legal, it's legal per state. And they scooped him up for a marijuana charge that he had been placed on probation for. Is this is just not the country that it used to be. This is not good. I don't care if they are deporting criminals. That's a good thing. Oh, and I saw a blurb this morning, and I want to say that it was Lawrence, because I don't remember, and I didn't write it down. But so far, with all of the mass deportations that this current administration has done, he has not deported as many people as he did in his first term, as Biden did, as Obama did, nor as Clinton did. But he is wreaking more havoc. But he is not getting his numbers. And that's where all of this hate and brutality is coming from, because he has set this quota. He's told ICE that they have this quota. There aren't that many criminals, so they're just scooping up everybody brown that they can find to detain, and they're still not making numbers. Also, yeah, there's too much all in one day. I agree. I just started this morning because my weekend was in Texas with the floods. and they were asking for more boots on the ground. And you know me, the first thing I did was raise my hand and ask, how come we can't get the National Guards and the Marines out of LA and send them to Texas to help? They're needed in Texas. They're not needed in LA. They had children in LA. They were on some kind of outdoor thing that they were doing. And ICE came in on horseback. And the adults were trying to gather all of the children and put them inside of the little arena or school or wherever they were. But ICE was on horseback at a children's event. They need to be in Texas. Do some good. Go where you can actually help people. Terrifying children at an outdoor event is not helping anybody. That's going to traumatize those poor kids. And I know you don't care because they're brown, but Vivek Ramaswamy's children are brown. Shady Vance's children are brown. What if their children had been out there? That would be different, right? Roberta says, gosh, if there was only a bipartisan bill to update immigration. Wasn't that what they were trying to do in December when they were rubber stamped as a big no so that they could use it as a political ploy? Why can't we resurrect that bill and pass it through now? Homework number 2. We need to ask them to resurrect that bill. Because because everybody had voted for it. Everybody was happy for it until 47 got his hands on it and said no. I hope they all know they're not going to be reelected. I just hope they know. Yes, that was my first question. The National Guard could have helped with evacuation. That's what they're there for. See, my understanding, now I wasn't there, my understanding was that they were testing the alarms the day before. And the waters rose at about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and they rose 26 feet in 45 minutes. And we know how children sleep. Even if the alarms had gone off, the majority of them probably would not have heard. Kudos to the camp director. He was there. He was trying to save the girls. And in the process, he and one of the other camp workers lost their lives. They did try to get the girls out. They weren't just saving themselves. So I can't say I felt better about that, but it gives me more of a warm feeling that the adults there didn't just run for cover. They actually stayed and tried to help, and they helped until the very end. You were being sarcastic, girl. Look, you know how I get petty sometimes, Roberta. You know I get petty because this stuff is just okay. You know, back in the day, we had to do history. We had to do political science and all these other things. And that's why I asked Michael last week about the Geneva Convention, because we were taught basic humanity. Even if you have somebody detained, they have to have food, they have to have water, they have to have bathroom privileges. Oh, they had a bus full of ladies detained. I was getting ready for this live, so I don't remember where it was. I want to say it was outside of Chrome. Um, with their hands shackled, they spent the night on the bus with no bathroom facilities. Were told that they just had to go in the seat. Now, if your hands are shackled, you can't, pull your pants down or do any kind of hygiene. They're just sitting there in their own waste. Those people who were in charge of that really need to be investigated. Oh, homework number three. Investigate the people who were in charge of that women's bus that did not get them any kind of comfort break, for lack of a better word. They need to be punished because I don't care if they were legal, illegal, aliens, pink with blue and purple polka dots. They still needed to have had a comfort break. Period. And the grown-ups Mexico sent firefighters to help with recovery. Oh, President Sheinbaum, thank you so much. Thank you. And I know she's pissed at 47, but that is awesome of her. And they had several women who were rescuing girls. They were in the area, and they had to have been terrified that they were going to be snatched up. But they went out and they helped as well. How come I can't find anything in my history? My history is just worthless today. Just pure and simply worthless. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to start putting things in my queue, because once I move to something else, it may not end up in my history. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But anyway, there were some Hispanic women who were also aiding in trying to save the girls or trying to find people. People, even with everything that's going on, people still have a heart and they still have some humanity. And I thank them for that. I feel pretty good about that. But the powers that be, like we talked last weekend, that Murkowski up in Alaska, who said she wasn't going to vote for the bill. She got some things changed that were only for her state, and then she voted for the bill. What about everybody else's state? Ugh, did you see the garbage from the puppy hater about no, I didn't see that one. I saw when she was down in Texas. I try not to watch her because I just want to yank that wig off her head. I I've had to become selective in what I watch because they just make me angry. So no, I didn't see what she said about cannabis. I was happy that she said FEMA was going to be in Texas. FEMA, we had our tornado May the 16th. June the 17th, they said the FEMA was coming to St. Louis. So we had to wait a month for FEMA. I guess tearing up half of the city wasn't enough. Texas she was boots on the ground, so we only had 7 people die. So they had hundreds, and theirs are missing. We knew where ours was. I mean, it's and then that was the other thing. Oh, last week we talked about the alligator Alcatraz. It is complete. It took them 8 days to put it up. It rained, I think the night after it was up and the roofs were leaking. And they had the Hurricane Chantal that hit South Carolina. You know, Florida's right next to South Carolina. I still say that those huts are not safe. And I don't see, okay, they wanted to have it because they could have less guards watching them because of the wildlife. So you've got less guards on the peninsula with them. When the hurricane hits, how are you going to get all these people off and to someplace safe? I don't see it happening. But that's just me. I don't see it happening. I hope not to find out. I really do. I hope not to find out because it's just inhumane. I don't even have enough words in my vocabulary to describe how I feel about this. This is just inhumane. Okay, we have, let me see, I did Anne Frank, so we're repeating history. The French are saying the Statue of Liberty should be covering her eyes. And I agree. I agree. And I also agreed when they said take it back. Or give it back because we're not being the country that we profess to be, that we used to be, that we could be. It's just not happening. Um you said Jim Acosta, Jim Acosta to, I think she's Carolyn. Yeah, her. Since we have time. Oh, they don't have one for today. Okay. Okay. This is, oh, was it the White House briefing? Ooh, she got the beat down. I don't know that I can find Jim in all of this though. Yeah, please send it to me when you find it because I thought I had seen it, but like I said, it's not in my history, and I don't see where she's. And that's the other thing. Does she actually believe the things that she's saying? Or does she just, I know a lot of the things she's just repeating what she was told in that morning's briefing. But how can you stand up in front of God and everybody and repeat all of this rhetoric? Oh, good. This was an hour-long clip, which I was saying we can't do, but the first 30 minutes is them setting up. Okay, hang on. There she is. Now, where is Jim? She's such a real piece of work. She really is. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's the one I saw. Hold on. I got it. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got it. I got it. I had not seen this one, but I had seen him before. Uh Roberta says, yes, we got Chantal. Uh we didn't flood, but all around us did. Ooh, several small dams broke. Oh, it was to Trump. I remember his flip out. Oh, is that the one? Oh, she does. She's a major. Okay, if it's not this one, then I know where the other one was because I saw the flip out, or I saw what was supposed to have been the flip out. Let me see. Was it this one?
finally have a seat today. Brian, go ahead.
It feels great to sit down. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I want to go back to the hurricane. You said that President Trump is scheduled to go to Texas later this week. Can you speculate on what day and what he has plans?
Sure. The White House is currently arranging those travel plans. We hope that it will be later this week, likely on Friday, but of course we want to do it at the most appropriate time on the ground for state and local officials. We don't want to interrupt the recovery efforts, but we're planning tentatively for a Friday trip, and when that becomes final, we'll let all of you know, as we always do.
And you gave a little bit of reaction earlier, but the National Weather Service, the union, actually publicly stated they had an adequate staff on hand to forecast and predict the storm. You shared your thoughts earlier on how the way the left has really weaponized this to blame the deaths in Texas on Trump. I'm going to comment on that again.
Yeah, I just do think those comments are depraved and despicable, especially when so many Americans are mourning the loss of their children. The National Weather Service, as I said, did its job. Many experts, many meteorologists have said that. Many of you in the media, in all fairness, have said that as well. Unfortunately, not all. And many Democrat elected officials are trying to turn this into a political game, and it is not. This is a national tragedy, and the administration is treating it as such. We know the National Weather Service provided early and consistent warnings. They gave out timely flash flood alerts. There were record-breaking lead times in the lead up to this catastrophe. There is ongoing flood monitoring, and these offices were well staffed. In fact, one of the offices was actually overstaffed. They had more people than they need. So any claim to the contrary is completely false. And it's just sad that people are pushing these lies.
Can you just give one, kind of a little bit of breaking news? The Department of Homeland Security is moving to end the TPS status on Honduran and Nicaraguan migrants.
Yes.
Any plans to adding additional countries that you could be targeting? Just a reaction.
Sure. Well, I won't get ahead of the Department of Homeland Security on additional countries, but as you pointed out, they did end temporary protective status for Nicaraguans and Hondurans in this country because TPS, temporary protective status, is temporary by definition. It is not meant to be a permanent path to residency or citizenship here in the United States of America. It was originally granted to Nicaraguans following a natural disaster in 1999. That doesn't sound very temporary to me. And as well as Hondurans in 1999 after the impact of Hurricane Mitch in 1998. And so this administration is doing what it promised to do. And if individuals from these countries want to come here, they have a legal pathway to do it, but temporary protective status was never meant to be permanent. The previous administration abused this status and this parole program, essentially treating it as such, and we're not going to tolerate that any further. Thank you, Brian. Megan.
Is that the one you wanted, Roberto? Or was it something else? So I heard a clip that all of the Texas farmers had to close down their farms because they didn't have any workers. It's we're not looking real good. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. So sorry. So what else have you got on your plate? He blows up over so many things. And usually he says he doesn't know. Oh, you do? Okay. Well, what you got? Sam, welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, I saw something where a lot of farmers had no pickers. Yeah, they had no pickers. They were setting their fields on fire because the crops had rotted. And Texas is a red state, so FAFO. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for those of us who need the food. I don't know what to tell them. Oh, he went off with that's a nasty question. He did he? Okay, let me see. You know what? I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. Let me see if I got it. Uh, is it where? No, you. It's not the one where he was with Michael Steele. Girl, there is so much just nonsense, plain and simple nonsense. Uh okay. Is it this one that says sickly Trump has meltdown as he gets outmatched? Was it that one, Roberta? Yep, that's the only people I feel bad for. Those who will go hungry. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of hungry people. We're going to have a lot of homeless people, especially since they're jobless. A lot of our farmers are offering self-pick just to keep the food from going bad. Yeah, they were talking about that last week. I hope they do. It's not a bad idea, Roberta, but will people want to? I think if they make the price uh low enough, people will, because pushing buttons. Um Over here we have actually it's in Illinois. We have a farm. We have The farmer has an orchard, and during the particular seasons like peach season, they will have days and times where you come and you pay, X amount of dollars, and they give you a basket. You can go pick the peaches and fill your basket. When you get your basket full, you're done. They have strawberry picking, and they have apple picking. So you go over there, you pay your money, they give you the size of container you can use. You go fill up your container, you come back, they put it in a bag and say thank you very much. The food bank did an all hands on deck to pick. That's awesome. One of our local farms is offering free. Oh, that is awesome. There is a farmer in Mississippi that has made an arrangement with my cousin's church that they can come over with, he picks and he sells to the supermarkets. But when he gets when he gets over what the supermarkets want, he has the church come over and pick everything, put it in the back of their truck, take it back to the church, and then they can distribute it for free. Kudos to him. So yeah, he's letting the church workers just give the food away. Sam says, I saw the court put a 2-week delay on the defunding of the family/parent centers. It's getting really scary over there now. I know. Yes, it is scary. It is very scary. And we don't have the numbers to stand up against it. We don't have the numbers. Blessings, Pebbly Pooh. How you doing today? I hope you're okay. So yeah, it's and like I said, they should not take nursing babies away from their mothers. If they don't have the facility to house women, they should leave the women alone. You can't leave them on a bus overnight with no facilities. You just can't. I'm sure some will sell on the corner, but hey, they have to pay bills too. That's true. That is true. That's all we can do is the best we can, Pebbles. That's all we can do. The best we can with what we're given to work with. Okay. I was looking. My neighbor went out to get her can, and I was looking because if she pulls in her can, then I have to go get my can. But she didn't, so I'm good. It's too hot. It's 87 degrees out there, and it's mostly cloudy. I am glad because it would be really hot if we were in the sun. You know. Um, Pebbles, you have anything you want to go over today? We did a history repeating itself because Anne Frank wrote about this in 1943, and we're doing it all over again. It's very sad. And France has done a mural with the Statue of Liberty covering her face in shame. And of course, our poor people in Texas. Our local farmers are selling in grocery stores $1.75 for one squash. What? $10 for watermelon. Oh, no, that's price gouging. $10 for a watermelon? Roberta says, I guess you can tell we have a pretty tight-knit community. And that's awesome. I wish more of us did. We, like I said, Wednesday, we have the produce truck, which is a good deal. Down the next town down on Saturdays, they have a farmer's market. So, and the produce truck has really, really reasonable prices. I have not been to the farmer's market, and they play music at the farmer's market. Yes. Oh, the Trump mural? No. You have a Trump mural? I've been looking at all the Trump memes. Oh my God. Oh, and I showed them before, but we can't well, we can, but I have to take take the sound off because I don't know, he can post it on YouTube with the sound. If I share it, I get dinged for copyright. A mural of Trump has been painted. Oh, that was 7 months ago. Is there a new one? Or do you mean the one that's 7 months old? Mural, Statue of Liberty, Mega Bless. There was one 11 months ago. Ugly art in DC Park near the White House. Trump mural in DC by White House. Mr. Google may not show me that because he's friends with the orange guy, but AI says there isn't one. Well, White House hangs bold, transportation chief. The one with his face is a flag. Mural painted on 16th Street. Oh, that was 5 years ago. It's outside. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute here. Let me let you all see what I'm looking at, and then you can tell me. The one where he's in the swamp. Oh. He's parked. I took a screenshot in case it gets defaced. did you now? Okay. Oh. Well, ugly art in the DC parks near the White House. The one where he's in the swamp. This one? Oh, there are several. Gracious me. Oh my. These people are so flippin' creative. That one's from Politico. Okay, let's see what the fam says. One is his thumb crushing Statue of Liberty with praises from dictators. Thanks, Pebbles. Oh, what happened to it? Um, mm-mm. It won't let me show that one. That is, well, that's ugly. There we go. There we go. OMG. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, you think that's loopy? No, I couldn't, I could. Oh, that is so wicked and so good. Oh my gosh, that is so wicked and so good. I wonder how long they're gonna let it stay up there. From the Washingtonian. He can see it from the Oval Office. Oh, read the quotes on each side. Well, it says dictator approved. It won't let me make it any bigger. Let's see. A statue that shows a giant thumbs up gesture crushing the Statue of Liberty's head, mangling her crown, and cracking her face down the middle has appeared on the National Mall. The site is close to the space a tongue-in-cheek salute to January 6 rioters materialized last October. The statue's pedestal bears the legend dictator approved and quotes from Vladimir Putin, Viktor Orban, Kim Jong Un, and Jair Bolsonaro. Oh my gosh. Nearby, a man who introduces himself as a security guard is posted up in a lawn chair a few feet away. He says he's just keeping the statue company. Has he seen any reactions that might warrant a security response? Not necessarily, but the public's response has been pretty mixed, he says. Oh my gosh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Thank you, Pebbles. Oh, they did ask for it back. No, nobody's done anything about it yet. Laura, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? Hi, Loopy. How you doing? But I would have to research again to say I believe that they did ask for it back because we are no longer showing the characteristics that the statue represents. And I agree. Or rather the country, not us, because I'm still all for it. Oh, hang on just a second, my darlings. Thank you all. Of course, that was my daughter. And it is 3:00. Let me get the link for our dear darling Ola Joe, the crocheting sailor, and we will do a VJ raid over to Ola Joe because she assured me that she's going live today. And if she is not live at this time, you have time to go make some tea, make a sandwich, take care of yourself, and we will meet up there. I, yes, have forgotten to ask my dear darling sis for a party bus pass. So we have to take the streetcar. I'm sorry. And she has not scheduled her live yet. So no, I'm not going to assume because I know what happens. Let's see. She says, heads up, I will be live as soon as everything charges. See you all shortly. I will just pop right on in. Okay, so she's got everything charging and she's going to be going live in un momento. Here is a link to her channel. Our dear sailor. Can you hear that? My trash truck needs new brakes. Insurance is questioning your nebulizer solutions. What the hey? What kind of solutions do you use in your nebulizer solutions are prescription drugs, correct? Good gracious. So they can question it all they want, just as long as they feel it. We don't care if they ask questions, but denying it is not a good thing. Oh, thank you, Roberta. Thank you for the reminder of the thumbs. We've got 3 things on our list for homework. It sure does need some more. You heard that? Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Okay, that's my recycling. He dropped some of the recycling. You're going to go pick it up, right? Thank you. Oh, he got out the truck. He's picking it up. Yeah, they can't question the albuterol. Or rather, they can question it, but no, they should feel that. That's muy importante. I know you're busy, cuz. I know you're busy. That's why I didn't even call you. That's why I didn't even call you. So far, it's denied. What the hey? What do they want you to do in the interim? That's not something that you can just, okay. Call your doctor and see if there's a way that he can order it so that they know that it's a necessary drug and it's not, this coin toss thing. He might just have to change the way he's phrasing it. But and that's the thing about insurance companies. They should not be able to dictate medical procedures, and they should not be able to dictate medications, because you're paying your premiums and they should be working for you. And I know they want to retain their money, but they're making money. I have an inhaler, but need nebulizer solutions. If it were anything else, I would tell you to search on Google and see if you could get it somewhere else. But I don't want you trying to inhale something that hasn't been vetted into your lungs. Yeah, have your doctor rewrite it, or see if there's a generic brand that you can use. But they really shouldn't be. See if you okay, Michelle said call the nebulizer provider. See if your insurance company will provide a nurse advocate for you. And if they do, contact your nurse advocate and tell them what you need, why you need it, and she will fight the insurance company for you. Pebbles, it could be the way the pharmacy coded it. Ask them. Yep. Drinking Mullen tea to help. Yeah. Or throw a Halls in there while you're at it. So yeah, there's something wrong with the coding. See if you can get a nurse advocate, because I had one attached to my insurance. And when I was going through treatment, she called me weekly to ask if I had everything I needed. And if I didn't, she'd ask me what I needed. And she would talk to the insurance company and push it through for me. So if you can get one of those, that would help. Oh, that's great, Pebbles. That is great. But yeah, if you have AARP, they have an RX card. There is a good RX card, and there is a Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head. And see if they can cut down on the price of your solution. Because AARP is supposed to be really good about it. I did coding back in the 90s, and that was not fun, was always having to call to find out why. No, it's not fun. It really isn't. It really is not. I will see all of you over at my dear darling sis Ola Joe the Crocheting Sailor. Thank you all for spending this last yeah, well, you can use the AARP RX and the good RX with both of those. You can use them. I know I can't get my nebulizer solution from my pharmacy. I have to order it from the nebulizer provider. Pebbles, do you know who your nebulizer provider is? And did they say why they are questioning it? Blessings to you also, Pebbly Poo. So if they have a specific reason why they're questioning it, you might be able to send that to your doctor and have them fix it. Or, as Michelle suggested, try the nebulizer provider. It's a good idea, Michelle. Are you feeling better? Oh, here comes the other truck. Pretty much. I'm glad. Pebble says, no, seeing new pulmonologist first week of August, had to go to ER. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Call the provider. Call the insurance company, see if you have a nurse advocate. See about AARP RX, because if you have AARP, it's free. And Good RX is also free. Want more information? She's laughing. 3 years on the meds. Oh, they might be trying to wean you off of it then, which is not their job. Yeah, they're probably trying to wean you off of it. They think, well, she's been on it for 3 years. She probably doesn't need it anymore. We're supposed to be getting 3 inches of rain in 4 hours. What the heck? I'm glad you're a survivor, Pebbles. I'm glad. Roberta says, Pebble, that may be why the hospital may have canceled out that script. That's a point. That's a point. Do you have my chart? You can go to my chart and see if your prescription is still active, or you can go to your or you can leave a note for your doctor and tell him you need a new prescription. But my pharmacy takes care of that. If I run out of prescriptions, they'll ask me if I want them to contact the doctor for a new prescription. So that's a good idea, Roberta. Yeah, the ER might have just try that, Pebbles. Nope, they put me on prednisone. My son-in-law had to go to the ER and he had to start all over. Yeah. Yeah, Pebbles, if they put you on prednisone, They might have DC'd your solution. Roberta has a point, especially since, because a lot of times they won't let you use your home meds. Yeah, the pharmacy actually contacted me about it. Yeah. Have the pharmacy contact your doctor and have them rewrite the script for the insurance company. Because they may be thinking, since you're now on prednisone, that you don't need the nebulizer solution. And that is not their call. Prednisone doesn't counteract the nebulizer. And that's when you get into trouble. You have lay people trying to practice medicine like it's coming out of their pocket. So yeah, they're probably thinking you have a new med, so you don't need this other med. Yeah. Good catch, Roberta. Yeah. And then yeah, that's what I'm saying. The right, Michelle, you take them all at the same time, but that might be the question that the insurance company has, since they put her on prednisone, that she doesn't need the nebulizer solution, and that's not their call to make. So yeah, as a matter of fact, call the insurance company and ask to speak to somebody and ask them exactly what the problem is. Only for 5 days? You're taking them both now? Yeah, call the insurance company, ask them why are they questioning it, and tell them that you need them both. Because they don't get to practice medicine without a license. That's my job. Where's Luigi? He'll fix them. Ah! Where in the world is Luigi when we need him? Yeah, they want to run it like they know what they're doing, and they don't. So yeah, call them and specifically ask them what is their problem, and if they have the prescription, and if they do, to run it, because you cannot be without your medication. Michelle says, can your doc do a virtual appointment? It may expedite your process. That's a thought. Yeah, that's a thought. But yeah, they can't just say, well, you got a new prescription, so you don't need that one. That's not their call. And if they're dragging their feet, you need to light a fire under them. And if they really want to act crazy, if you have a son, nephew, male, put them on the phone, because those companies, unfortunately, seem to respond better to a male voice than they do to female voices, because they just think they can overlook you. They pay attention when a man is on the other end of the phone. Look at you, you're way ahead of the game. So yeah, talk to them. You have Medicare and Medicaid. Who pays first? That's the other problem. Oh crap. Pebbles. Yep, that's right. They passed that bill. Medicaid maybe trying to get out of paying. And there's nobody at Medicare to push it through. That's the problem. Um, um, call your doctor. Tell him the problem that you're having. And tell him that you need a new script. Medicaid is usually primary, isn't it? Medicare, but they're fighting all meds. I'm surprised they have enough people there to fight. You're thinking it's the coding. Michelle wants to know if it's Part C. Well, you know what, Pebbles? If Medicare is having problems with it, see if your pharmacy can run it through Medicaid and see if they can fill it that way. Because the coding depends on who picks it up. Oh, frick. See if your pharmacy can run it through Medicaid. It's new. The old one expired. Yeah, call your pharmacy. See if they can run it through the Medicaid. See if Medicaid will pay for it. See, this is what we've been fighting for. We went through this with my neighbor, and they kept saying the primary insurance company is not Medicare. Yeah, call the pharmacy and have them try Medicaid. And if Medicaid will pay for it, then you're home free. Just for now, because we know that's going to change. But for now, because right now you don't have any, correct? Roberta says, memories. Did you know there is a code for shark bites? There's a code for everything. I didn't specifically think about shark bites, but probably. I would look at that book and it's like, I really don't want to be bothered with this. Just give me my rec and let me x-ray the patients and go away. And they said, well, we have to make sure we're getting paid. I said, the people who register the patient needs to take care of that. Once the paperwork gets to me, I'm not doing all that. They were asking a little much. I'm just saying they were asking a little much. Okay. And falling off a swing. Oh, Roberta. Pebble says, I can call them. I have ER papers. If I go back to ER, it will cost more money, dummies. I know. They don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. So yeah, call them and tell them, call the pharmacy and see if they can pass it through Medicaid. And if the pharmacy can't pass it through Medicaid, then call the insurance company and tell them that you need your medication. I don't even know if they have any people on the phones or what's going on. And that's unfortunately what we're going to have to deal with for the next 3.5 years. But if Medicaid will pay for it, you got it. Pebble says, nope, only one inhaler. The other was denied last month. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Call them and have them run it again. Call them and see if Medicaid will pay. Because, yeah, no, you can't be without your medication. Call them, and if they don't want to pay, call your doctor and see if they can change the coding so that it goes through. I don't know what you have to change it to, but he should be able to code it so that it goes through without this hassle. And my lovelies, our dear darling Andrea Olajo, the crocheting sailor, hello, just went live. Here is our link, and we are going to do a Valjean raid over at our dear darling Olajo. And Roberta says, give them both numbers. And Pebble says, I will. It's 4:30 here. Tata, everybody, thank you so much for spending this last hour and 23 minutes with me. You could have spent it anywhere, but you chose to spend it with me, and I do not take it lightly. Please like, share, and subscribe, which you all have done. Socially distance, do whatever you need to protect yourselves because we're in this together. We've got very few people fighting for us, so we have to fight for ourselves. And Pebbles, yeah, call the pharmacy, have them try your Medicaid. Then call, if that doesn't work, call your doctor and see if they can change the coding so Medicare will pay for it. But you've got two insurances. Somebody should cover it. Love you, sweetie. Everybody take care now. See you over at Andrea's. I know you're a fighter, but you shouldn't have to fight this hard to take care of yourself in this country. But this is what we're fighting for. Love you all. Take care now. Bye-bye.